How's it going?
Hey, Creed.
So, what frustrates you most right now for yourself, the way you guys have gotten the production or lack thereof in the running game?
Yeah, I think it boils down to, just continuing to work on fundamentals. There's things we're missing fundamentally wise and things that, awareness wise that we just got to clean up. It's closer than what it feels like to being really good. So just continue working on the fundamentals and the awareness.
When you rewatch yourself and the rest of the offensive line, does it surprise you that this has been the sort of start you guys have had?
Yeah, there's new guys up front right now. We're working through some things. So, is just continuing to get reps together, continuing to focus on, the fundamentals, focus on, the film work, all those things. We have a ton of talent in the room right now. So, these as we grow as a unit, things are going to get better. So just keep improving each week.
What do you like out of Josh and Kingsley so far in the couple games that has been live for real?
Yeah, they're both improving each week, and they're both coming in with the right mindset, working on the things they need to work on, and they've gotten better throughout the past 2 weeks, and continue to hope to see a good jump from them. But they're coming in, they're playing their tails off. Effort's been awesome, and they're continuing to improve each week.
How impressed were you when you saw Josh run that guy down?
Yeah, he's freaky athletic. Very impressive. I was behind him and I couldn't keep up, so I'm glad he made the play.
You mentioned, how being very close. Last year it seemed like it was very close, but you were always on the right side of it. Is there a, feeling of like, oh man, this is payback for last year for all, hitting uprights and different things that seem to go your way? Is it a mental part of the equation as well?
Yeah, I think we need to be doing better in the critical situations. I think that's a big part of the game, and a big reason why we won so many close games last year is we were good in the critical situations. So, with us, it's just continuing to work on what we need to do in those critical situations, the approach of it, schematically, fundamentally, all these things. Just focus on that. And, a lot of, doing good in those critical situations won us a lot of games last year. So we need to step it up in those situations.
What's your reaction when you see that running over DBs?
Yeah, it fires you up. That's the leader of the team right there, and he's you can tell working his tail off, trying to do whatever he can to get us a win. So it fires you up and it makes you want to play better.
Creed, for you guys as an offensive line, how do you guys set the tempo this week to where people feed off you on the offense?
Yeah, starting fast and coming out of the gate, playing hard, physical, great fundamentally, all those things, and finishing plays. If our guys get tackled, we're there to pick them up, things like that. So, just leading from an energy standpoint, coming out fast, playing physical, setting the tone for the guys early.
In this Giants front with Dexter Lawrence, Burns, and Thibodeau and so on, what do you have a challenge with?
Yeah, they have a really good defensive front, really good at all positions too. It's not just one standout guy here or there. They have across the board really good players, so it's going to be a great challenge for us. And I'm excited to see how our guys work this week through practice, and I'm getting ready for the game.
And Dexter Lawrence in particular is a very large man. What's the challenge in going up against somebody that you're giving up maybe some size and weight to?
Yeah, he's a giant dude, very strong, very powerful, but he's also very athletic for his size. So he's a really talented player, and he plays really hard. So it's a good challenge, and I'm excited for the matchup. He's a great player, and it's fun to go against elite talent like that.
Couple more. Creed, after she went down last year for a long stretch, you guys leaned on the offensive line, the run game to kind of make up for it. I was wondering how much this year you feel like you guys maybe need to do the same thing until Rasheed gets back.
Yeah, that's more of a question for coach than it is for me. We're just going to run what's called and everything. So for us, it's when those runs are called, we make sure we do what we need to do. And, we have a ton of talent in that receiver room, so we're excited about them too.
Awesome. Thank you, Creed.
Yep.
Thank you.